Vlog number 3. My biggest struggles, or people's biggest struggles in YouTube. And this is what I've found. This is not for everyone, but I think if you're a beginner, you do get these struggles. End of the day, there will always be struggles when you start YouTube. Always. You know, down to how much knowledge you have or how much skill you have. You'll always have struggles and worries and stuff. And you just need to find a way to sort of cope with them, per se. Now, I've got my struggles with, you know, wanting to be sort of like a tech reviewer, you know, but with a different twist. You know, at the start it's difficult because, you know, I don't have abundance of money to buy tech. You know, you sort of upgrade little bits if you can afford it, and then that gives you a reason to review it. But just to go out and buy every different iPhone and Android phone and just review it is very difficult. No, there is little ways you can get around it, but you can't keep doing it all the time, which is difficult. But if you've got small things around, you can just practice. And obviously the idea is to, you know, if you can't make a video at the start, there's no point buying the latest iPhone and trying to make the video if you're not very good at making videos yet. So just find something simple, you know, even if it's, you know, an old laptop, or, you know, just structure your video right and upload it, see if it gets any views. So, you know, you don't have to have the latest tech, but, you know, it is nice to have the latest tech, if that makes sense. But I mean, hopefully that will come, but that means we have to practice and we have to keep pushing forward. But we can't let it get us down because we don't have the latest iPhone, because you see everyone brings out their iPhone review and it gets hundreds of thousands of reviews and go, oh, if only. But, you know, everywhere we have to start from the bottom, and I'm sure they did as well. We want all the latest iPhones to review and to get the clicks on our channel, you know, because we want instant gratification, you know, and that's, you know, I think that's the sucker of all joy, to be honest, this instant gratification of a human being. But as I've done it before, you know, I've got YouTube Studio, I post a video, give it a day, look at it, and it's got 2 views, and I'm like, oh, that's a waste of time. But it doesn't mean anything. It means you just have to learn to make a quick video. Like these little mini vlogs I quite like because they don't take a lot, the editing's not a lot, and they're quite simple to upload, and it's sort of more about, hopefully the information is good and people take something from it, instead of me trying to do this big long 15-20 minute video and it takes me forever to edit and you get frustrated because my skill set is not quite there yet. So you just need to keep putting in the repetition, so then, you know, you can build one of those in the background, so then they're not, so that doesn't feel as, so you're not as pressured to get it all out because you're doing these little mini ones on the side of a big one. Because I have the new iPhone 17 Pro Max and I want to try and do a review. Like, I won't say too much because it will sort of give it away, but you know, a review of a little mini film, maybe a documentary-ish. I don't know. I just sort of, in my brain, like my brain is too far ahead of what my skill set is. But you know, you got to try these things, see how far it can go. But I'm not pressurised into doing that because I'm making these little short videos, which is informational and educational, maybe a little bit. So I'm always, you know, keeping that consistency with the actual channel and the algorithm and stuff like that, whilst making something which maybe could do well, could maybe not, I don't know. So if you've got YouTube Studio, I really do say, like, stop looking at it, especially if you've got less than 100 subscribers. Even if you had more than 100 subscribers, probably let, you know, I don't know, maybe if you had 500, you know, start looking at it, see what happens. But you know, it doesn't mean anything. Like one video, you know, I had a video the other day that said that 3 views for a whole week, but oh, it's a terrible video. I changed the title, then it got like 20 views. So, you know, you've got to play around with the titles, your thumbnails, do different ones, you know, reword your title if it doesn't sort of click straight away. you know, that's all part of the fun, and that's what I enjoy. And that just makes yourself miserable because your numbers are not like you suddenly think it's going to jump up to 1,000 views. It's not, unless you get really lucky. So our small creators have to sort of rinse and repeat. Really, we make our little videos, or big videos, whatever you want to do. Make them, do them as best as you can, upload it, forget about it, make the next video, and just keep doing that until hopefully you can get to 100 videos. And I think it'd be quite cool, but you probably would never do it because you'd always want to look. But get to 100 videos without looking at YouTube Studio, and the views potentially, because it's probably a bit hard not to look at the views, but all the analytics. You know, get to 100 videos, then look at your analytics and see what goes up and what goes down, because then the YouTube Studio will have enough information over a good space of time, and then that will give you an inkling. I mean, obviously if you upload 100 videos and you see your subscribers go out, you know you're doing a good job, but all the little small details I really wouldn't worry about. And you just have to believe in your creativity, believe in your skill set, what you've got now, and every upload just get a little bit better each time. You know, you see the little problem. You know, I started making two like big videos at the start, and I was like, oh yeah, that'd be great for like the analytics. Like everyone's doing 15-20 minute videos, but that's fine. But if you've not got a good skill set in storytelling or retention and stuff like that, your 15-minute videos is like you blabbering around, like which I've done. You know, people ain't going to stay. Like if your hook's not right, if it's not interesting at the start, you know, and plus you just, you know, if you don't have a great idea, then it's never going to click in the first place. But to spend one evening or day, you know, just creating 20 videos, 20 mini videos of something you want to talk about or show, and have a list on your phone, like I've got like, I'm up to about 25 videos at a minute, which I can just pick from. Right, I'll talk about that in the car today, and you know, create the next video. So you need like a little content list of what you want to do. Just sort of don't really think of a video, I'll do that, and then the next day, like, oh, I don't know what else I want to do. Like plan what you want to do over a whole month. You know, if you want to do 2 mini videos a week, do 2 mini videos a week. But you know, if you have a list of 20, say, have 20 videos, when you get to 10, then try and think of another 10. So then you're not getting to the end of the list and going, oh, I've got no more video ideas. So get to 10, think of another 10, and just keep the cycle going. But if you want to, if obviously at the start, if it starts to get a bit too overwhelming, take a break, take a week off. But don't take too long off, because obviously you want to keep the consistency. But if you need a breather, take a breather. Like, it's still early on in our YouTube sort of journey, so don't stress yourself out, because like I've stressed myself out many times where I was trying to do these big videos with 4 cameras and trying to edit all this footage and put it into a story which didn't really make sense, and like it was just a bit of a mess, to be honest. But I had to make that video to learn from it, and but having a little bit of organisation with your list of videos, make them quite quick and short videos, don't make them too long. You know, if you make a long one, then, you know, plan it a bit more, but make your little mini ones on the side if that's possible. And final thoughts, brainstorm your ideas, get motivated, think, film, post. Let's get this YouTube channel going, and yours. Let's do it together. And after all of that, if you've got any comments or any suggestions what I could do better, because I'm still learning, you know what I mean, I make these videos for me and you. Like, if there's someone out there just like me, just starting out and ain't got one clue what they're doing, you know, this is, you know, hopefully helps you. And you know, let's interact on the comments, because there'd be nothing giving me more pleasure than talk to someone who's actually interested in it, because I don't have many people around me who's interested in it. So I'd love to talk to you, you know, get some feedback, you know, we can talk about your ideas, you know, and we bounce ideas off each other and help each other. So, you know, like and subscribe, all that machazzle, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.